Hey Tea Party, welcome back to my channel. If you are not a part of the Tea Party, make sure that you are subscribed down below. I'm going to be reviewing the Estee Lauder Futurist Hydra Rescue Moisturizing Makeup Broad Spectrum SPF 45. Longest name. I was looking on Sephora.com because I wanted to do a foundation review of a really new foundation. You know, I did all the filters and such, and this was at the top of like the newest foundations. So this is supposed to be a flawless foundation and give you breathable coverage and also have a radiant finish. It does say you can't use it if you have oily skin, normal, dry, combination oily, so all skin types. So this is powered with Estee Lauder skincare to hydrate, soothe, and protect the skin, and it's medium coverage. So I got this in the shade Amber Honey 5N2, and I got this shade based on the photos. So I was going to get 5W1 because I felt like that might be like a perfect match, but then I was reading the reviews and they actually said the foundation oxidizes a little bit. So I went with 5N2, which is one shade lighter, and it's described as deep with neutral subtle golden undertones. So that sounded pretty good to me. This has 1.2 fluid ounces and it's $45 on Sephora.com. So they give you a little bit more product than normal. So swatching this on the back of my hand, whoa, it's like super runny. You can see it running down my hand. It looks like this is still going to be a touch too dark for me. I'm gonna put up what the lady looked like on the website, and that kind of looks like that would match me based on her skin, but we'll see. Oh yeah, that's too dark. I mean, if it doesn't oxidize, I feel like it would be perfect, but because people are saying it's gonna oxidize, I'm thinking this is a little too dark, because look how seamless that is into my skin. I hope it stays like that. That's the only reason why I'm saying it's probably too dark, is because it's supposed to oxidize. So to blend this in, I'm using a Sigma F88 brush. I will leave a link to this down in the description box if you guys are looking for a good foundation brush. It's going on really nice. Like, I like the way the foundation is feeling. I have this ginormous pimple over here. So hopefully we can get that covered up. So it has like a very slight smell to it, almost like a spa-like smell. It's very, very slight though. So if you have a sensitivity to fragrance, then this shouldn't bother you. I'm not quite sure, but it shouldn't, because it's not a super strong smell, which is really good. For concealer, I'm going to use the Almay Comfort Concealer. This is a stick concealer. And then for powder, I'm going to use the Laura Mercier Translucent Powder. I just finished the rest of my makeup. If you guys want to see a tutorial on this look, I will have it over on my Instagram, so make sure you guys are following me over there. So I feel like the foundation didn't oxidize at all. Like, and that's kind of crazy, because pretty much all of the reviews, like multiple people were saying that it oxidized on them. I don't feel like it oxidized on me. It pretty much looks the same as when I first applied it. The only darker areas you guys see, of course, is like my bronzer that I applied. I feel like it's pretty much the same from when I first started, which is really awesome. So far, I'm actually really liking the look of the foundation. It looks pretty flawless on the skin. I didn't use any primers or anything because I really haven't been priming here lately. I kind of just been wearing the foundations as they are. So yeah, it looks really, really smooth. Like really smooth. Like, look how smooth my face looks over here. I haven't started creasing really bad in my smile lines. It may be slightly creased, but I haven't talked that much. But when I relax, it's pretty much not creased at all, which is super, super good. So I applied this foundation at about 12:30, and so I'm going to keep this foundation on for the rest of the day so you guys can see how it wears, and I will do a check-in, so make sure you guys stay tuned. So it's almost 4 o'clock and I realized that I haven't done a check-in. I'm filming a clothing haul and everything. I was like, I haven't done a check-in today. So the foundation has been on for 4.5 hours at this point. So I feel like from the beginning my face had like a radiant look to it, and I still think it's very similar looking. It hasn't changed that that much. I sit you guys down because I just don't feel like holding the camera. But yeah, so it hasn't changed that much at all. Still looks pretty good. I did notice though, when I was out and I was driving, I was looking in the mirror and my face looks really red out in, like, it's cloudy today, so out in the car, for whatever reason, it looked super red in the mirror. I was looking to the side and I'm like, geez, it does not look like that. Like in here, it does not look like that, but for whatever reason, it looks really red in the car. I don't know what that means, but I just wanted to make sure I told you guys that in some lighting, you might look red with this foundation if you get this exact shade. I can't speak for all of the shades. Yeah, so far, I actually really like the way the foundation looks and how it's wearing. In the next check-in in a few more hours, I will be doing a flashback test to show you guys if it has flashback. I'm predicting that it doesn't, only because it's Estee Lauder. I mean, I don't know. I just wouldn't expect them to put out a foundation that has flashback, but we will definitely be trying it out, so stay tuned for that. Hey guys, it is 10:20 p.m. so it's been about, I think, 11 hours, no, 10 hours of me wearing this foundation. The foundation, I would say, is still wearing really nice. I think my camera, okay, yeah, it was like way too bright. I think it wore really nice. I am oily though, like next to my nose and on my forehead, but it's not super heavy. Like sometimes foundations can get pretty heavy when you wear it for a long period of time and it starts to get oily. It sometimes gets heavy in the areas that it's oily, so that's good that I still can't feel the foundation. My smile lines are slightly creased, but they're not excessively creased to where, like, if you like this far from, okay, so literally my camera died. So let's see, what was I talking about? Oh, if you're like this far away from me, you really can't tell that my smile lines are creased. It's only like when you're super close do I feel like you can kind of see that they are creased on both sides, but I am like pretty decently oily, so that's the main thing. I actually started getting oily maybe a little bit after my first check-in, so I would say maybe around like 6 o'clock I started getting oily. And of course, you guys know in my foundation reviews I don't like touch up or anything like that. This is exactly how it looks. Yeah, as far as flashback, I kind of already knew that there wasn't going to be flashback, but there's no flashback in a well-lit room and there's no flashback when I turn off the light, so that's really good. So it does have SPF in it and it doesn't have flashback, so that's a good thing if you wanted to get this foundation you really like for SPF to be in your foundation. So all in all, I think the foundation is actually really nice. Now if you do have oily skin, you will need to use a mattifying primer with this in order for you to not have to touch up. Mattifying primer, and make sure you set your foundation concealer areas or whatever, just to make sure that you can wear it for long periods of time. But if you have dry skin, you might could get away with just wearing it without a primer, but it's totally up to you guys. But anyway, let me know what you guys think about this foundation down in the comments. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel and thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it, and I promise I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.